So this is a non-technical talk, mostly about convincing other people who might do things like sign your paycheck to start using OTP and Elixir inside your organization. So this is a thing I call baseball. So I'll tell you a little about baseball. We know a little bit about who this is for, and then give you some pointers on if you find yourself in a hot conversation about why you should be doing this. Don't waste my time. This is maybe a few pointers that will help convince people. So the first step of baseball is you need to be aware of the problem. What is the problem? Well, we want to use some new technology in our organization. Well, why would you do something like that? So the next step after someone is aware that you're trying to do something, you want to build some credibility with them. Convince them of reasons why, convince them of possibilities that they didn't previously think of, or perhaps convince them that you know what you're talking about. The next step is asking for permission. So this is where you're going to try to do small things that aren't necessarily the main thing you want to do. So you're asking for cooperation to maybe explore the idea some more. You're already credible. They think you know what you're talking about. So now you got to do some stuff together to try to build the relationship, so to speak. So after that, then you can try to convince them of what you really want to do. So maybe you talk to your boss, and your boss says, well, this is a really new thing. I don't believe it's possible. It's not really proven. You say, well, listen, all things have risk. That's okay. And your boss says, oh, yeah, maybe that's a good point. Everything has risk. So you say, why don't we build something small with it, end-to-end, as a prototype, and see how we feel about that. And then your boss might say something really nice, like, yeah, sure, take some time, aside from the regular features you're building, and why don't you try and develop this freely and do what you want to do. Later on, you're maybe talking with the vice president of engineering, and the vice president of engineering says, well, we don't use this in our organization. That's really a non-standard thing. And you say, well, there's complexity of all kinds. We've got teams using all kinds of languages. What I'm really asking for is maybe a little more of a new attitude towards new technologies. So that's kind of a cultural issue in your organization you can try to address as you go up. Then you say, well, listen, here's a thing that I built with my boss's permission. It works really great. We already have it in production. And the VP says, I didn't know about this. And then he goes to your boss, and your boss says, oh, yeah, this got built, and it works great. I hope we have more stuff like this. Later on, someone in the C-suite finds out what's going on, and they're not too happy about it. Oh, there's new things in the organization, new technologies, things that I've never heard of. And you and your boss and the vice president of engineering, and you all get together, you say, listen, well, we need to try some new things. We need to maybe try new languages and maybe increase efforts to use these new languages because we have risks we want to mitigate against. We want to make sure we get top talent. And as you can see from these other previously made projects, it wasn't too risky for us as an organization to do this. And then the CEO says, well, how do we make sure we keep getting talented people to do these nice things? And everybody says, well, let's send them to conferences, and let's have them talk to other people working on these projects. And eventually, you get your organization doing more community engagement, and everybody's happy, and hopefully, Elixir becomes a bigger part of your organization. So that's it. Thank you.